I skid to a halt on the floorboards.
I tend to do the same, and fall over.
I pay no heed to Marcus as he clatters to the floor before me. I take a step tentatively towards the old man. Is he moving? Can I see breathing?
No, he's his back is braced against the corner, his head is down.
Kier, you recognize him?
Nope. Wait. He gets incredibly close to the old man.
Kier,
Hmm?
there wasn't supposed to be anybody here. But then again, I suppose that sums up just about our entire adventure on this island.
That it does.
I mean, yeah, I've never actually been into the Death Shrine before. Would you go into a place called the Death Shrine? Really,
I
Ash?
wouldn't. I'm not blaming you.
Yeah, no.
I'm not
I've
blaming
been
you.
all over the Fox King's manor, though.
Yeah, okay. We can talk about where you've been later. Right now, I point my ghostly sword at the man. What are you doing here?
I move over, kind of gingerly put a finger on Ash's sword and move it aside.
Your finger passes.
Let's not
Your finger
be-
passes through the sword.
What? How are you holding that?
How is that sword any good?
Guys, not the time to be talking about a magic sword.
Are you? There's not exactly the time to be talking about a magic sword.
I don't think
I push
it's
Marcus
the time to
aside.
be talking to an old man either.
I push Marcus aside.
That being said, my medical training tells me that this man is dead.
There we go. Moving on.
I examine the corpse.
He's gripping a letter in his hands.
I'm gonna take that.
You feel
Read it.
you feel the presence of some sort of binding magic on it. You could easily overwhelm it with a spell. However, you feel that anyone not gifted in the magical arts would have trouble opening the letter.
I grab Gregor and stop him from fidgeting.
You guys.
I'm going to tell that to everyone else. Looks like it's magically sealed. I'm tempted to break it.
Well,
Shouldn't be
open
very
it up.
difficult.
Just don't harm the contents.
Here's holding
if
a hammer.
Is
possible.
it addressed to you?
We're opening it, right? We're gonna open it.
Here?
We're
No,
opening
that-
it.
Here, not that type of seal. Here.
He frowns.
I make some magic emotions with my fingertips and touch the center of the letter.
With a pop, the seal releases.
Well,
Huh.
that was easy. I open the letter.
Now we're reading.
It's pertinent information,
Reading.
Gregor.
It's actually written in Grecian, which you do not recognize.
Yes. This looks familiar. Uh-huh.
Kier leans over your shoulder. So,
Uh-huh. Great. Here, if you would just kindly announce this to the rest
Okay.
of the group, you have a better announcing voice than I do. You understand?
really? You think that about me?
I do. You have a very powerful voice
man.
here.
He does have a very, very powerful voice.
And that's another thing that I'm the best at.
It's true. Now, if you would kindly read this with emotion.
Kirk finishes taking notes on himself, smiling, and begins to read the letter. With any luck, this letter will remain sealed. Contained within is the tale of the man who brought about the end of the Empire of Greus. The letter begins in relatively large block lettering. After years of traveling, I came to rest on the island of Tessir, a small wooded plateau at the heart of Greus. My talents as a mage had interested the local governor. He wanted my abilities for monster control, as he sickeningly called it. In particular, he was interested in the anti-concept spell I had nicknamed Iconoclasm. Spirit folk destroyed with this spell will not enter the cycle of rebirth, as their consciousness is raked across all existence. I've killed,
Nice widen.
Same.
truly killed, more spirit folk than I can count. I grew sick of myself. The spirit folk are not monsters. We humans who wield the power of gods against the world itself are beyond forgiveness. I believed that I would no longer use iconoclasm. Then the day came when Charoth, a spirit folk the Grecians refer to as the god of death, demanded a sacrifice. He did so every 10 years. The announcement was always followed by a ringing of all the bells across the island simultaneously. That year, the creature demanded the life of my first son.
My eyes flip to here very
As do
quickly.
mine.
Kier continues on,
Mine don't.
pretty oblivious. And so, for a lone night, I became a godslayer once again.
As Kier continues talking, I kind of look about, a little nervous, and then lean in close to Marcus and go, Don't tell him. I don't want him weeping until, we're finished with all this.
Put a hand up so as to obscure the motions of my mouth. Yeah, don't worry about it. I wasn't about to drop that bomb on him.
Good. Afterwards, though,
I'm gonna let Got you,
thanks,
Eggman.
thanks, Marcus. Thanks.
That's all you.
Right, yeah.
You got
Great,
yeah.
great.
If I may continue.
Sorry, Kier, continue. We were just conferring.
I fought the beast, a 5,000-year-old deity. We fought late into the night. However, it seemed the divine flesh was not built to resist the warped magic of mankind. I struck the beast down. As the creature withered away before my power, it released a howl. I turned around to see Grius fall under darkness. I ran back to town as fast as I could, bile rising in my throat. As I neared the Velvet District, I saw it, the wisps turning. The ethereal clouds are spirit folk locked between lives, a sort of larval state of the creature. The people of Grius, without the power of magic, could not stand against the twisted abominations that the wisps became. When I arrived, it was far, far too late.
My eyes widened. Again.
I ran as fast as I could, in an attempt to stop the madness. If I could erase Charoth, perhaps the nightmare would end. There at the Shrine of the Death God, I found only a lonely black wisp. I prepared the spell, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't complete it. My weakness killed Grius. Over the coming days, the wisp seemed attached to me. I grew sick at the sight of it. It followed me as I wandered across the islands. I wanted to show it what it had done, all that it was responsible for. But the clouds stuck to me as if bound by rope. Oddly enough, it possessed very little to no intelligence. It was as if I had discovered a newborn baby. I don't know what part of myself compelled me to take care of the creature, but I protected the death god whose horrid cry doomed my country. Perhaps it was a bizarre sense of responsibility that made me raise it within the death shrine, not allowing it to leave after it assumed its corporeal form. Here we have remained for the past 15 years. I believe this creature to be entirely different than the Charoth I knew during my lifetime. But now I feel my own life drawing to a close. My age, reinforced by my spellcraft, is finally dragging me towards the eternal rest. However, there is a way I must end it all. Charoth, my child, I leave behind only after carefully explaining my demise. If he is truly to become the god of death, he has to understand the frailty of life. However, I worry. He is capable of controlling the gate already. In fits of rage and sorrow, he has been able to suspend death, warping all of Grius. I fear what may happen were he to become stained by the sorrow of my passing. His tenuous control of his own power may cause that, from 20 years ago, to repeat. So I ask you, reader, if my son, in his innocence, repeats the sin of my doing, go to my house on Tessir, learn the black magic I've confined within, and do what I could not. Charoth is bound to the bells across Grius, but none more than the grand bell in this shrine. If you were to cast iconoclasm on that bell, the death god would be erased forever. Kier puts down the letter and begins
staring
sniveling.
straight at Kier.
It was such a good. It was such a good dad.
I wipe away some of my own tears and then look Kier in the face and say, "He abandoned you."
What?
I clap a hand over Ash's mouth. Ash is just overcome with feelings at the emotional story you just read, Kier.
Glad I'm not the only one.
I turn around.
Keep my hand over it.
I cover my face with my hand.
I think it might be better if we keep this from him.
I think you're right.
What are we talking about?
Nothing, Gregor. Sorry.
Good story, don't you think?
Yeah, it was a really good
Yeah.
story.
A little hard to follow.
Definitely.
Yeah, sure.
So are wisps evil?
I don't know. No. They're not evil. They're
Only
not.
sometimes. Not
Yeah,
usually.
I'm gonna need a definite answer.
They're not evil.
Okay.
They're sometimes evil.
They're not. They're not sometimes evil.
They're not sometimes.
I keep raising and lowering my glaive.
Don't worry about the wisps right now. but be ready to fight them if they appear hostile.
Okay. That's my general approach to most things.
I walk over to Kier and pat him on the shoulder. Hey, come on, cheer up.
Kier stands up. In the end, we're all victims of love, right?
Yes,
That's
love.
beautiful.
It's true.
Is it?
You should call your book that. One of them.
I cough and push the relationship guide deeper into my pack.
Big Shrimp's just super sad, right?
Yeah. He's sad that his dad died.
Yep.
But
We can't kill that. I turn to Gregor and Marcus. We can't.
what?
Kier keeps
No.
weeping. Kier continues weeping and shaking his head.
We totally can. Have you seen what I can do?
I'm not saying that we're incapable of killing it. I'm saying that it wouldn't be the right thing to do to kill it.
I'm gonna let you try that sentence again.
Killing it is not the right thing.
One more try.
Really?
Gregor, killing the
It's not as
creature.
clear as it's going to
The
get.
creature has humanity. It's just wrought with despair right now. Imagine yourself when Ventus disappeared.
Uh-huh.
That's what the creature's going through. It lost its family.
Yeah, I got over it.
The creature hasn't yet gotten over it.
That's no excuse for going out and killing everybody.
Well, maybe it hasn't had a chance to get over it just yet. All I'm saying is that the only weapon we have at our disposal is so brutal that I have no wish to use it.
I sigh out of relief.
Okay, so there's a giant monster killing tons of innocent people.
Well,
And now you don't want to stop it.
it's not killing anybody. It's stopping anybody from dying. It was taking sacrifices.
And
I
what
believe
did it do with them?
probably killed them. But
Oh ho ho! Oh ho 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 ho!
yes, you have clearly caught me.
Who's the lawyer now? Right, Marcus?
Yeah, sure thing, Gregor.
I run a hand through my hair.
Listen,
We have to. We're not killing it.
There's got to be another way. I'm going to take out the slip of paper with iconoclasm graphed on it and tear it into pieces.
I hide a smile.
you didn't really need that
Kier
anyway.
drapes himself over Marcus,
Here, with the crying.
weeping and hugging him.
Hey, buddy. Hey, there you go. I embrace him.
Listen.
Really,
The actual piece of paper with iconoclasm on it is deep within my satchel. Actually.
you're a really good guy, Marcus.
You're a good guy too, Kier. I'm glad that you're with us.
Evil isn't just black and white.
That
You know?
Are you,
That's surprisingly
are you-
true, Gregor.
did you just look at Ash? I think we're making a
I
breakthrough
think
here.
we are too.
Yeah.
Can you
There's always
just
a
can-
reason why a monster goes and kills everybody. Sometimes it's
Oh,
hungry.
Kier, no, come on.
Sometimes it's trying to protect its
come
young.
on. Come on.
Sometimes
There you go.
Kier
I
hit the
drag him to
floor
his
after
feet.
you
It's okay.
teleported out of his grasp.
It's okay. I'm just gonna kind of keep a hand around his shoulder.
I'm gonna let Marcus do that. I don't want to stand
Okay,
too close
buddy.
to Kier.
There you go.
sometimes it's really sad that its dad died. But you know what? We're all hungry and trying to protect people and sad that our dad died. It doesn't mean we can go around kidnapping people and killing them.
You're right, Gregor.
I am surreptitiously casting detect magic in a variety of ways at Kier.
Kier does seem a little bit weird on a closer inspection. You're not quite sure if it's been extended exposure to whatever the fuck is on this island, what he's done to his own body, or what.
I
made some notes in my journal.
glance at the.
I start a Kier diagram.
Oh no! I glance at the corpse. Is there anything else of note on it?
Oddly enough, it seems that the fingertips of the creature have vanished.
The fingertips.
The fingertips.
Like just gone?
Yes, absolutely.
What?
Up to the first joint.
I look for any sort of disintegration in real time. Get nice and close.
There it is.
Ooh. I'm not sure what's happening, but we might not want to stay here long. I examine my own fingertips.
As do I.
17.
Fine.
That's good.
I frown and start walking down the hallway.
I do the
As we
same.
go on, I turn to Marcus and say, "Marcus, thank you for tearing up that spell. It means a lot."
I talk a lot, but even that is too dark for me.
I just kind of smile.
Killing something is too dark for you.
Killing something in such a dark fashion is beyond me, Gregor.
Such a dark
I look at
faction.
the-
It's just dead.
I look at the thing before me.
I do the same.
It makes your hair stand on end. Whatever it is, it's radiating a horrific amount of power. A single grand bell sits at the bottom of the drop, surrounded on all sides by whirling energy.
I cast the detect magic.
It's magic.
I cast the detect poison.
It's not poisonous.
Good.
Marcus
I roll my
nods.
eyes. Glancing down at the creature, I kind of muse aloud. So, according to according to that man,
Kier's
According to that-
flawless narration, yes.
according to Kier's flawless narration, I nod.
Yes.
Kind of
Kier continues to nod,
Wipes-
hand on his chin, yes.
wipe some sweat off of my brow. According to Kier's flawless narration,
Indeed.
what made it turn into the creature that it is now?
Oh, if I had to guess, it's probably actually that bell over there, Kier points. See, stronger spirit folk can have multiple incarnations at once. Sometimes there's something stupid like a big bell.
What do you mean by... So it's also here.
Yeah, multiple manifestations.
You remember the shadow that tried to eat us, right?
Yep.
So what happens? What do we? I don't.
Well,
Is it possible...
I shake my
Do you
head.
think it's possible to communicate with it?
well, not with the bell. That'd be stupid. Bells don't have ears.
Obviously, Kier.
I
With the
hold up
incarnation
a
that's
mirror. I hold up a mirror and a match in front of Kier's face. Listen to me very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting sleepy.
Yes.
Really can't keep your eyes open anymore.
I can't?
As I continue to speak, your eyelids they go down, getting tired. Your hair is even becoming tired. You didn't think that was possible, but it's happening.
I glance over at Kier.
Kier's eyes snap open. I have to investigate this.
Hmm.
He takes a few steps away.
I thought it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
So, Ash, I'm gonna move away from Gregor a little bit. A little bit at a loss.
I'm... Try as I might, I'm having a bit of trouble coming up with something. What I've gotten so far seems harebrained, or just reckless, and I'm not
Yeah.
exactly willing to vocalize some of them.
Yeah,
Hey.
no, same problem here.
Wow.
I do want to try and commune with this bell.
Well, the spirit in the bell.
The spirit, yes.
I
of
glance
course.
at Gregor as he steps over to listen in.
Talk with the bell. Go ahead. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to face reality, and it's not pretty.
No, what we need to do is... I scratch the back of my head, kind of hold a hand out, thinking aloud. Convey to the spirit that we're not permanent creatures. The thing, I don't know how old it is precisely, but it doesn't seem to be very intelligent.
No.
And what we need to do is convey
It
to
undid
this...
death because it didn't want its dad to die, right?
Yeah,
We're all on that
obviously,
same
yes.
page, right? By the way,
Yes.
I'm back.
Okay, thanks.
Hey.
Good for you to be here. Yeah, it basically put the stopper in death because it was sad that its father figure died. What we need to do is convey to the creature that death is a natural thing.
Okay, I have trouble communicating the impermanence of death to, myself. How are we gonna do that to a giant shrimp?
We need to assure that it's watching us, assure that it's paying attention, and then perhaps... Oh no. If you remember correctly, there was, on the island, about a bridge or so back,
Mm-hmm.
there was a stage. Do you think we are capable enough actors to convince a creature who is not yet intelligent that death is natural, that its father needs to move on, that...
Kier puts up his hand. Okay, I'm gonna be fully honest. When me and Marcus were doing our comedy act, I almost lost consciousness.
It's okay, Kier. We don't need you this time around. Ash, damn it, we've got to try.
Oh, okay, Oh gods, I can't believe we're doing this.
This is ridiculous.
It's incredibly ridiculous.
Sure is.
I glance at the wisp bound to the grand bell. Do I feel anything from it? I kind of hold out one of my hands. I shut my eyes and concentrate.
I'm gonna go over here.
Kier raises an eyebrow and does the same immediately next to you, kind of opening his eye occasionally to look over to see what you're doing. Through the presence you feel at the bottom of the hole is twisted, clearly. It's agitated. Whatever power it has is bleeding out. You can clearly see that by the multiple fires igniting around the base of the pit.
I'm going to use the cantrip message to send it directly into the bell's brain. What's wrong?
Your magic resounds with the creature. The bell rings once.
My eyes widen.
So do mine. I look over at Ash and kind of look back and forth wildly.
You hear a roar. The shrine shakes.
I shut my eyes and focus ever harder, reaching out to the presence within the bell. I dissipate my ghostly sword so that my concentration is not in any way divided.
I take a seat against the wall and begin meditating.
I attempt to convey one message clearly and as plainly as possible. Pay attention to me.
Oddly enough, the incredible overlapping power of the creature that's bleeding into this world allows you to enter a sort of trance. You feel connected to its mind for a second. It's a twisted mess of overpowering emotion. And oddly enough, in the midst of it, you see a magic-tinged fragment of Marcus, the message he just sent in.
I grit my teeth amidst the chaos. I desperately struggle to keep myself from dissipating within.
Marcus feels fine.
I hold my form.
Marcus's ghostly form flashes you a perfect smile.
I grimace at you through a frown. It's double layered.
Come on, don't be like that.
I struggle forward, following the wisp.
Almost done now. Keep it up.
Quit it.
Sorry, Ash.
The wisp sits in front of you, shaking.
I reach out to the creature.
It repels your hand, your presence, your thoughts.
Gah.
I reach out to the creature.
It can't physically repel you. The properties of human magic eat away at these creatures. It can't exactly stop your existence.
Marcus, careful.
I retreat. I withdraw my hand.
Speak to it.
I whip out my Estolan. Hello there, a fine morning.
As you expend the message that created this form, it begins to flicker and waver. You only have so many words.
Straight and to the point. Get it to pay attention to the stage.
Watch the stage. Amazing show coming. Can't miss. Once in a lifetime spectacular extravaganza.
Marcus vanishes.
I roll my eyes.